in the face. I don't wanna have to lie. I wanted this love to survive. Now when I look in your I feel paralyzed. Now I know it's over. I see you passing by, hand in hand, with your perfect light. My body goes numb, feels like someone cut out my tongue. I didn't know a heart could die this young. Oh, now when I look in your I feel paralyzed.
Hello folks, and welcome back to another episode of How to Be a Better Teammate. This is a series of videos where we are going to be looking at professional matches. We're going to try to break them down and then try to see what kind of strategies the professionals use and then try to apply them in our own games. Today we are going to be covering the topic of how to rotate effectively and how to establish map control. Let's get started. Now, when I started playing CS for the first time, when I was a noob, what used to happen was, let's say I'm playing B. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's say I'm playing B over here. My friend is over here playing A. He hears a footstep of a terrorist coming over here. And you know what he says? He's like, A, everyone A, everyone A. He used to just scream. And then I would, like an idiot, I would go running from B. I reach here and then I realize that there's only two people over here. And meanwhile, when I got out of B, the terrorists came in, they planted the bomb, they won the round. Sad, right? Obviously, we have come a long way since then. And yeah, so right now, what strategies the people use. Now, what strategies the players I usually see, no matter if you play matchmaking, so strong, face it, ESA or whatever, this is what people usually do. And even though it's correct, it's not the best way to do things. Let's take a look. Let's say you're playing cash, okay? Now, in cash, usually the setup would be 2, 1, 2. Okay, 2 CTs playing over at the A side, 1 playing over at mid, 2 playing over at B. You can even switch it up. Maybe it will be 1, 2 playing mid, 2 playing B, or whatever. You get the gist. For this example, let's say it's 2, 1, and 2. Now, let's say the terrorists decide to come A. Okay, here they are. What's going to happen is the first person to rotate would be this guy, the one over at mid. He's going to go help out A. At this point, the mid area is clear. So what's going to happen? One of the people from B, he's going to go mid and he's going to stay there. So now this defensive setup is 3, 1, 1. You see, since the terrorists decide to come A, we are placing 3 players over here to defend it properly. Meanwhile, we're not leaving mid completely unattended. Also, we are not leaving B completely unattended. That's the basics of establishing map control. What you want to be doing is you don't want to leave any part of the map completely unoccupied. Okay? Similarly, let's take Mirage now, for example. Once again, oh God, why is this happening? Yeah, let's see. 2, 1, 2. Once again, if the terrorists decide to come over A, this mid guy, he's going to come over here, help out B. One of these people from B, they might even come B short to help out, establish mid control. Or he's going to come B short, jump up these stairs and look over here from the sniper nest. And the other guy over at B, he just stays there. Sometimes you might even have sometimes you might even have a 1-3-1 setup where one of the people, he's over here. There's one person playing over from B short, the other one playing over from sniper nest. There's one in connector, they're all watching mid, and there's one person at A. So these kind of setups can vary. My point is, you do not want to leave any part of the map unattended. So if you have a 2-1-2 setup, if you have a 2-1-2 setup, the thing is, the person over at mid, this guy, he's going to be the first respondent. Wherever the terrorist said, he's going to be the first one to come and give backup. If more backup is needed, anyone players on the other side can come over here as well. But you do not want to leave the side completely unattended. And that's why the one person who will be staying over at A or the one person who will be staying over at B, in either of the cases, they are going to be the anchor players. And the role of the anchor player is to rotate only when the C4 has been spotted. So you might have at all times, like the terrorists come rushing into B, you might rotate over here to B. The guy at mid comes here, the guy at A also comes here, but you will still leave one person over at A and one person over at mid. These two people, they should only rotate when you have confirmed, spotted that the C4 is also coming B. Otherwise, you should just leave them there. That's the ideal setup. And this is how people usually play. I mean, that's how everyone plays. This is the default which you will probably see in somewhere around MG level to LE level matchmaking or so strong or face it, whatever you play. Now, this is the correct way to play. I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's vulnerable. You know why? Because you're backseat driving. You're just letting the terrorists take control of the game and you're simply responding to what happens. If the terrorists go B, then you rotate B. If the terrorists go A, then you rotate A. You see, you're just responding. You're not taking control of the game yourself. You're backseat driving, and that is not good. Here's what I suggest after watching a lot of pro demos. Sometimes you don't push right away. You don't rotate right away. You have to push a little in order to obtain a little more information. The more information you have, the better you can play. What do I mean by that? Let's take a look at this. Now, this is a demo of Astralis versus Team Liquid from the ESL Pro League Season 7 finale, which just happened a couple of weeks ago. I want you to notice the current defensive setup over here. The Liquid players, they have 3 players over at the B site. they have Taco and Twists over at A. That's all. Okay, let this play out and let's see what happens. Now, you see, the CTs have effectively taken banana control at this point. The smoke has gone down over here. Nitro and Alij, they are watching banana from B, and they have somewhat established B control. They have banana under control, and now that they know that none of the terrorists are actually going to be coming towards banana, at this point, Alij will decide to rotate back towards the A bomb site. Look at this. One second, just remind me. Yep. Take a look at this. Alij, he's rotating over here. Nitro, however, is still holding banana. I'm going to continue this video. So my point is, Nitro, he's going to stay at banana to make sure that none of the terrorists are actually over there. Now that he knows that there is no presence of the terrorists over in the banana area, they have pretty much all the information they need. They know that all the terrorists are somewhere near the A site, over at second mid or mid, but their intentions are to take A site right now. And that is exactly why Alij decides to rotate towards the A. But make sure, keep this in mind. See, Nitro, he's not going to push. He's not going to rotate. In fact, he tried to go up banana, then he saw nobody's over there, and that is why he rotated at the very last. The terrorists would have already started taking control of A site, but Nitro still holds banana. That's my point. He got the information that there is no one B, and that is exactly the information they needed to make sure their rotate works. I have another example over here. Let's take a look at this one. Now, this is a demo from the same game. Team Liquid versus Astralis. At this time, Astralis are on the CT side. Let's take a look what's going to happen. Dupree, he pushes second mid. He sees all these terrorists over here. He spots at least 2 people. He knows that there might be more. So now, at this point, Astralis have information that there are at least 2 to 3 people over at second mid. Dupree falls back. At the same time, I want you to look at this. When Dupree came over here, he spotted people over there. He knows that there are terrorists over here. At this point, it is safe to assume that there will be no terrorists over at banana. If not no terrorists, there will be very few terrorists, because he knows that there are most of them are somewhere over in the second mid area. And that is why Glaive decides to push. Let's continue. Yep, look at this. Glaive, he's holding an aggressive angle towards banana. In fact, he's even going to push and take complete banana control. And once they have established, you see, he just saw NAF cross over from the T-base to the underpass area. And at this point, this is why, now that they know that none of the terrorists are going to be over here, that is when Zipnix decides to rotate. My point is, sometimes you need to push certain areas of the map, get needed information, and based on that information, you will be able to rotate much more effectively. Sorry for that. Yeah. Oh, 1 second. I'm just going to clear out the whiteboard. Yeah. And then I'm going to let this video play. You see, Glaive is still holding banana. He's not leaving there in any situation. The rest of his teammates are all over towards the B, towards the A area. So now he spots out the terrorist heading towards banana. And now Zipnix will come back from A. He's going to come back to B. Look at this. Now the rotation comes in. But Dupree and Device, notice their positions. Dupree and Device, they're still playing mid. They haven't completely rotated yet because they're not sure that the bomb is here yet. Glaive manages to drop 2 people. And at this point, Dupree and Device, they will both check mid. Why do they do this? Because now that the Astralis team has information that there are people over in the banana area, they need to make sure that there is no lurkers or any surprises waiting for them towards the mid or the second mid area. My point is, they decide to push one part of the map at a time to get some information. Once you realize that that designated part of the map has enemies, you fall back. And that's when you push the other part of the map. Over here, in this round, I'm going to play it from the start once again. Yeah. This is what I want you to notice. The point I'm trying to make over here, you push only one part of the map at a time. At this point, Dupree is pushing second mid. He's gotten the information that those guys are over there. Once he has the information, Dupree is going to fall back, and then Glaive decides to push. So you should only push one part of the map at a time. You can't be pushing each and every part, because let's say Glaive dies over here at Banana. At this point, the terrorists have the option of going B. So the rotation has to come in from the A side. If both these players, if Chalice decides to put both Banana and mid, and if they start losing players at both the sides, they will be in a very, very rough position. That's the point I'm trying to make over here. We also did a podcast with the coach of NTD Gaming. His name is Equitas. And in that podcast, Equitas pointed out to me that the essentials to rotating well in Counter-Strike is to push only one part of the map at a time, gain and then fall back to safety, rotate effectively. I have another example over here. This time, however, it's a demo from the same map. But over here, Liquid manages to bamboozle Astralis. Let's take a look. Zipnix, once again, he has taken Banana control. He doesn't see anyone over there. Even though Twists and Nitro are still waiting at T-ramp, he doesn't see anyone mid. He doesn't see anyone Banana. That's why he's the sole person holding towards B. Look at this. Zipnix is the only person holding Banana. The rest of his team is over at the A side defending mid and the other areas. At this point, even Glaive decides to push a little towards mid and see if they are actually over here, because they know that they're not Banana. The only place they can be is either second mid or towards the apartments area. Glaive pushes in and he realizes that there is nobody even at mid. At this point, they realize that there's only one place where they can be. Yep, that's right. That's the apartments. You can see right here. They're all chilling over in the apartments area. Twist and Nitro are over here. I'm going to clear this and I'm going to let the demo play. So information is very crucial in this game, and you should only push when you have to make plays, you have to get kills, you want to get aggressive, or you push to get information. If you have the numbers advantage, you shouldn't really push. Okay. Now look at this. At this point, Twists, he's making his way into the B bomb site. Since there's only 20 seconds left on the clock, look at this, the timer over here, there's only 20 seconds left. At this point, Team Liquid are going to have to make a play no matter what. So when Twists decide to push B, Astralis realizes that, okay, since there's not much time left, this must be the final push. And that's why Device and Glaive actually rotate B. But that's a fake. You see, at this point, the T's decide to push apartments. And they have successfully faked this bomb site. The rotation has been going towards B. There's only 2 defenders left over on the A side, and it should be an easy round for the terrorists. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. That is only because Team Liquid was on eco, and Magisk was able to successfully. So that was a good round for Magisk. The only reason that Astralis wins this round is simply because Team Liquid were on eco. If this was a buy round, if they would have done this on a buy round, I think Team Liquid would have successfully taken the round. So that's there. I have another demo over here. This one is from SK Gaming versus Greyhound during IEM Sydney. Oh wait, I think this is not playing from the beginning. Let me rewind. Yep. Look at Fallen's position. He's holding a pretty aggressive angle towards B. At this point, Fallen is the only person over towards the B bomb site. He's the only one right here. The rest of his teammates are A and mid. Now, why is he allowed to hold B all by himself? Because he doesn't see any action over here. Okay, there's no terrorists over here. So he gives the information to his teammates that, guys, I don't see anyone over at B. They might be inclined towards going A, or they might be inclined towards taking mid control. Let's see this play out. At this point, the terrorists, they will try to go towards A. Malta and his team, they're already making their way towards A main. Dick Stacy is wrapping in from the blue doors area, but Fallen is still over there. Fallen is still holding that angle on the B bomb site. Now the flashes and smokes are going to come flying in. The execute is going to go underway from the terrorists. Malta has taken off. Fallen does not immediately rotate towards A. He will push a little. He will try to get information. Once he is absolutely sure that there is no one over at B and there are no surprises waiting for them over at mid, only then he decides to go towards A. So that's what I want you to notice from this demo. I have another one over here from the same match. This time Stewie, he's watching B. There's one person boosted over in the vents. That's going to be Coldzera. Fallen, the only one holding mid, and there's two people over at A. Now, Dick Stacy from Greyhound, he pushes the blue doors area. He tries to make some noise. And look at this. The execute is now going to come in. He's over here. And that's the bomb. The bomb has been dropped. So, what I was saying before is, in order to rotate effectively, you need to have information. But once you know that the bomb is over here, at this point, each and every one of your team members should just come towards A. Because now you know for sure that the execute is towards this particular site. But notice how this round plays out. The bomb has been dropped, okay. Technically, everyone from the SK team should be rotating right now. But Coldzera is still holding vents. Let's see why. If you notice, there's 3 people alive over on the terrorist team. And there's 3 people on the CT team. 3 versus 3. I'm going to continue this. They spotted 1. They spotted 2. Now that they know that both the alive terrorists, they are over at A, at this point, Coldzera decides to rotate. Why did he do that? He was waiting in vents, expecting that at least one of the lurkers would push mid and he would then push highway to backstab the team. That's why he waited there. Otherwise, he should have just gone there immediately. Now, you see, that's the point I was trying to make. If, I'm going to take Inferno as an example over here. If you have 2 people, 1 second. Yeah, if you have 2 people over here, let's say 3 holding mid, the only time you're going to be rotating is when the terrorists push mid, when they push banana. So you only rotate 1 person over here. That makes the situation into a 3 and 2. If they spot the bomb, that is when all 5 players need to be making their way over towards the other bomb site. In the previous demo, in the cache demo, Coldzera did not do that because he wanted to make sure that there were no lurkers. And that's why it's essential to make sure you have control over each and every part of the area, each and every part of the map. No area on the map is left uncovered. Now, rotating in Inferno is fairly simple as compared to maps that have mid, because in Inferno, mid control is not as important as it is in Mirage and Cache. You know why mid control is essential in Mirage and Cache? Let's take this example. You see, oh my god, not again. Yeah. This area, what's going on? Yeah. This area of the mid, if the terrorists do have control of this area, it doesn't mean much for them. But the moment they take control of the sniper nest area, that is when things get problematic. You know why? Because the rotations for the CTs, what's going to happen if the terrorist from B decides, the CTs from B decide to go towards A, he's going to be taking this route, he's going to jump into this little hole, and then he's going to go jungle. Or he's going to go from here, he's going to jump down to connector and come back from here. Or he will come back from B short and walk into connector. The thing is, this sniper nest area, this gives them access to all 3 rotation spots. And if one of the terrorists does manage to get into this area, they will be able to choke and shut down all the rotations coming in from the CTs. Let's do the same thing on Cache. This area of the mid is important because it allows them access to the highway area. But you will notice that a lot of the CTs, they will make sure, they will try their level best to not let the terrorists gain control of the Z connector. Because this map is like a T, okay? This is the mid, this is the bomb side, this is the other bomb side. If any of the CTs want to rotate, they have to take this route. And you see, this and this, it's like a T, okay? The choke point is the center of the T. What happens is, if one of the terrorists manages to sneak in here, he will be able to kill any CTs rotating in this area. So that's why mid control is essential. But the only thing you have to defend is not the mid itself. You have to defend the choke point. In Mirage, the choke point is the sniper nest and the stairs area on B shot. In Cache, the choke point is the Z connector. Now, I have a demo over here. Yep. I'm going to play it from the start. Yep. Now, this is a demo from Tyloo versus Navi in the Star Series I-League. Over here, what I want you to notice is what Bented does. He, in this round, somehow manages to get inside the sniper nest area. Look at this. The Tyloo players, they are going B. They're heavily inclined towards B. They're going to start rushing in. They'll get a few kills. The rotations from the CT will come in. But the bomb is still in apartments. The bomb has not jumped down yet. Bented manages to get into the connector area. Meanwhile, his teammate KRiPz, he's gonna take the bomb and make his way over towards A. At this point, all the CTs are in the B side. The A area is completely uncontested and it's free for the taking. But Bented, since he has gotten himself into this position over in the sniper nest, he's going to be in a position to catch every CT rotation off guard. And he's going to be able to choke them down. See what happens here? He's in the sniper nest. Edward is going to jump down and Bented hears him. So that's one person jumping down from B shot. At this point, even Electronic jumps down. He hears that and he hears Simple as well. So now he knows that all three players are coming from the connector area. What happens is, since this is a choke point, he's able to cut off all rotates. He's going to take down Edward. While both the CTs are looking over towards the jungle area, KRiPz comes in and he kills Electronic. And poor Simple, he's going to have no choice but to save right now. That's why the choke point areas of the mid are very essential in maps like Mirage and Cache. Because in both these maps, even in Mirage, okay, it's again like a T. If this is the... Oh god, I hate this. Yeah. If this is the bomb side, this is the other bomb side, the only place where you can rotate is from this little hole in the wall, and this lets you rotate very quickly. It's even over here from the connector area, or you could rotate from here. So all of this is like one giant T. And look at this. The mid and this rotating area. It looks like a T. And the center is the choke point. The center in this case is the sniper nest area, and in Cache, it's the Z connector. I have another demo over here. This is again from Greyhound versus SK Gaming. In this map, I want you to notice what happens. Fallen, he's playing over at mid. Oh wait, I think this demo is not playing from the start. I'm gonna rewind it and play it from the start. Yep. This is the start of the round. He pushes A main initially. He gets the information that none of the terrorists are present over at this area. That's why Fallen, over at mid, he has to be more careful. And so does 2v2k and Coldzera, they're holding B. So these guys at this point have to be very careful because the terrorists are not over at A. The only indication is that they could be either on B or mid. Now Fallen, he's gonna die at mid. And that leaves the Z connector ripe for the taking. He spotted out Dick Stacy over in the blue door area, and that's gonna cause a problem because at this point the terrorists are coming in from A, and even the mid area isn't contested. That's why Fur rotates over to the mid area, takes control of the Z connector. He doesn't spot anyone because he's super scared that one of the terrorists, they might sneak into the Z connector and they will cut off all the rotates. And that's exactly what happens. Malta, he sneaks into the Z connector, kills Fur, and now Malta is in a position to shut down every rotate coming in from the CTs. This happens once more in the same map. This is another round from the same match. This time, Urcast, he's over in the Vents area. The Dexter is over at B Toxic, and all the terrorist players, if you can see, they are heavily inclined towards taking B. Bolts and Fallen, at this point, they are still holding their positions. Now, over here, this guy. Fur goes down over at mid. Now Fallen, he's gonna start rotating over towards the mid area because he knows that Molotov will be coming over here. He's gonna try to take the mid control once again. He's gonna try to get in the Z connector to cut off their rotates. But Fallen this time, he's smart enough to make sure that does not happen. And since they now have control of the mid area, the rotations can go smoothly. And even when the terrorists do decide to rush B, Bowls, Fallen and Coldzera, they can rotate very effectively and cut off the Greyhound players and win the round. So friends, that's gonna be it for today. The key takeaways of this podcast is don't over-rotate. The only time where all your players should be rotating over to the other side is when you have successfully spotted the bomb carrier. Otherwise, you rotate one player at a time and make sure none of the areas of the map are left unattended. If you are unsure about what to do at this point, then you can just... if you're unsure about what to do, you should just push ahead and try to get some information, and then you will be able to rotate more effectively because you have more information to work with. You will be able to make better decisions. One thing that has to be noted, I spoke that I'm gonna put on the cache layout once again over here. Yeah, let's say they go A, then you're gonna rotate. If they go B, you're gonna again rotate over here. But here's one question that people ask a lot. What if the terrorists are pushing both the areas? Yeah. What if they're coming A as well as B? What's gonna happen? Where do you go? Do you rotate? That's the key. At this point, they're not trying to execute. They're just trying to go ahead and get picks. They want you to rotate, and only then they will be able to take the side. Because if you rotate, if they are able to fake you out, your defense will be spread out so thin over across the map that you will not be in a position to defend any of the sites effectively. So the thing is, when they are going for picks instead of trying to execute over somewhere, just stay back, stay passive, play from the sides. Don't give them those picks. Let the time run out and they will get desperate. And that is when they will make a mistake. That's gonna be it for today. Let's see. Oh, there are no questions over in the chat. So do let us know how you like this podcast. Give us some feedback. You can reach out to us on Facebook and Twitter. The links are below. Do let us know what kind of content you would like us to make. If you have any questions or if you would like me to cover any sort of more concepts about Counter-Strike, do let us know and we will be glad to make those for you. This is KRiPz signing off.